Woo! Alright, what's up guys? We're back out on the XT225. Back in the Waterloo area. I've revised my GPS tracks to try to make a better route for the next time I do a guided ride. These are all public roads here, believe it or not. I mean, for North Alabama, this is about as rough as you could ever find a public road. Stuck behind some side-by-sides right now. Whew. It's a pretty long ride for me just to get out of this place, so it's kind of why I've been out here before, as mentioned, but haven't done a lot of exploring out here. And we're in the middle of another drought, so it's nice and dusty. Riding solo today, and temperatures at nighttime have finally started to drop enough that, as you can tell, the leaves are really coming on off the trees. I got my GPS mount sorted, well, phone mount sorted on this bike. So last time I was out here, I didn't have the luxury of being able to have my phone mounted on my handlebar so that I could follow my GPS track. But we now have that luxury, and the route through here is not going to be the same as it was the last time I was out here. This portion right here is the same, but we got a turn coming up. So from that turn on, it'll be all new. There's a free campground close by, so I would really like to be able to get a pretty large group together and camp a night, and then follow that up with a day of riding. also installed the airbox snorkel to this bike, which had been removed. And I'm not sure if it's like a placebo effect or if it really does make that big of a difference. But I'm thinking, God, this stuff is soft. I'm thinking I'm going to end up taking that airbox snorkel back out. I've been told that stock jet sizes are in this thing from a previous owner. I've cleaned the carb a couple times to get rust out of there when I was dealing with the rust issue from the stock tank. But I never actually double checked the jet size, and it does have a modified exhaust, and it seems like it might be running a little rich or a little down on power. On the way up here I was having trouble getting my third gear wheelies up, but again, could be a placebo effect. I'm by myself, so I was running a little faster pace, and this bike has a very sweet spot for doing things like that, and I may have just been running a little fast. I wouldn't mind getting some subscribers to meet up and camp as well. For a ride. And given there's a campground close by, I feel like this might be a good spot for it. Not super big bike friendly, perhaps, depending on your riding skill. And I could take the T7 down everything I've come through so far. But if you had a more road biased adventure bike, it would really come down to your skill level, I suppose. Yeah, now that I'm going slower, I feel like I keep smelling gas a little bit. So yeah, we might be running a hair rich. Believe we need to go this way. I'm not sure which of these two routes though. Looks like they go to the same place, and this one just gets rough as crap. We could billy goat up it, but I'm not going to. It's just another reason to not, for me anyway, to not bring something like the T7 when I'm coming out to explore possible new routes. But if this is the road I'm supposed to be on, it shows up as a public road on the map, which I do not think it is anymore. Not according to the sign back there. Which is unfortunate, because that will kill this as a possible route. I can ride on it because I've got a membership to this club. But without the membership, you're kinda limited. No vehicles beyond this point. Tennessee, TWRA, Tennessee Wildlife, blah blah blah. But it's part of the natural property. I'm a little confused. At least it's not dusty. Well, seeing them, I guess I can be here. I need to talk to the club president and get some confirmation on if this is still a public road. It's on Google Maps as Fox Lane. It shows up as a public road. But if it is no longer considered a public road, like I said, that kind of kills this as a possible route option. For those that aren't members. And I really don't want to have to ask people to pay for a day membership just to be able to come through here and hit one, technically one trail. See, there's a third gear wheelie, but didn't get it up high enough. Guess I could check the spark plug when I get back home and see if it looks a little dark. That might tell me, because I had recently replaced the spark plug, and so if it's a little dark, then maybe I should yank that snorkel back out. Almost looks like rain. It's so dark blue, and there's no way it's gonna rain. We don't have rain in the forecast for like the next 10 days, which is as far as my weather app lets me look forward. We've pretty much been in a drought since like May. Like, you can count the amount of days of rain Northwest Alabama has gotten on like one hand since May. And it is now 1 week before Halloween, so like October 20 something, 25th maybe. Still following the route. I really hope when I talk to the president he says this is technically still a public road. I got my doubts though. No trailers, so I guess that means if you're not allowed to tow a trailer past that point, it's probably not a public road. Granted, I wouldn't want to tow a trailer down that more than a couple hundred yards, but that pretty much kills this, I do believe. I will check. I can send the club president an email and inquire about it. like this portion here is definitely back to public road, but it don't matter if I can't connect the two sections publicly. Not for my purpose and goal. Alright, we've looped out of the park and back around into the park, and I actually saw a sign coming in from this direction, which is opposite. This is the main road that we rode through, headed the other way last time. Anyways, I saw a sign that said no, how was it worded? No access beyond this point without membership. So even the main road through here that shows up as a public road is no longer considered a public road. So this entire route is pretty much a bust. Not the entire thing. There's plenty of dirt roads to get to the park and get out of the park, but all the ones running through the park are no longer public roads, unfortunately. So I can still plan a route out here, it just won't be nearly as long / challenging / possibly exciting. Not that these trails are super exciting on a dirt bike, it's pretty easy going. Or a Dualsport for that matter. However, kind of is what it is. So anyway, I'm gonna wind my way through here, go back out the way I came in, and explore some other options, dirt roads that I passed up before I got to the park coming from the other direction, and maybe those can be utilized to make a pretty complete route that doesn't just have a there and back destination type thing. Have to backtrack previously ridden roads. So anyway, we'll pick it up then. It's pretty boring following these side by sides anyway. Alright, we're back out the other side of the park. That's the way I come in. This is new territory. This road on the map is a dead end. I've yet to see a dead end sign, so there is another road on the map not far from this road where it dead ends. So I'm hoping they don't actually dead end. The Google Maps just doesn't show them connected. I've got my doubts. Lots of potholes. Pretty much had to try to bunny hop that one. There was no dodging it. It helps when you're going 50 though and you come across one of them potholes as opposed to like 30. Trying to see if that was the boat ramp. I'm sure it's not a paved boat ramp, not this far out here, but I feel like I saw some vehicles. Well, this looks like the end of it, and I'm sure that's not the road. Yep, there's a lot of vehicles. Check my fuel. We're good. I have been smelling gas, so I figure consumption's probably up a little bit. This is probably considered illegal. It shouldn't be, but we're technically below the water line, what's outlined as the lake, the river. And it's probably a stupid spot for me to be riding. Because I could easily pick up a fish hook or something and get a flat, and I'm like 80 miles from home. Somebody's been driving through here though. And that's gonna be a dead end for me. You can keep going, but I've been in river mud enough to know that once you realize it, you've screwed up. It is usually too late. And while this bike is light, it still would not be easy to push out of knee-deep mud. Pretty cool spot to be able to come in the wintertime. In the summertime, you ain't getting here unless you're waist deeper, more in water, so I will backtrack back to my next available option and see if that road is rideable. I was pretty sure this was a dead end anyway, so we'll pick back up later. Alright, I explored one more road, which is a dead end. I was pretty confident it was going to be a dead end because it showed to be a dead end on the map. This one does not show to be a dead end. So we'll see if we get lucky. And then I will revise this route again before I plan a large group ride out in this area. I mean, for people who've never been out here before, you know, if you just go on a group ride to an area you've never been, you're just following somebody around, exploring, running into a dead end's not the end of the world. You ride it down once, you turn around, you ride it back. It looks different when you ride it back the second time, and you're not ever probably going to ride it again, you know, for a while. So it's not the end of the world, but I like to have as few dead ends as possible. It says there's a road right there. Definitely not. Like Google, not even Google, I'm using Beeline, but Beeline, Gia might be a little better, and crap, I'm trying to think of the one you had to pay for. Onyx, like the hunting that originally started as a hunting map, and then they've got to offer Onyx off-road. That would probably be very accurate, probably the most accurate. But some of these roads don't even show up on Google, but they show up on Gia, and then others show up on Google and don't show up as roads on Gia. So it's hard to say for certain until you actually come out and ride them yourself. Hence what I'm doing today. But it does make it a little frustrating trying to plan routes on a computer screen, and then you get out here and they just don't pan out. Ooh. Wouldn't want to hit that running 45. Not in the center anyway. That looked a lot slicker than it was. Another one. More time on these Kenda Trackmaster 2s, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I absolutely love them. Which is funny because somebody was crapping on them on one of the Facebook groups I was on the other day, and I could maybe see the front could be better. It hasn't ever slipped out on me, but there's been some times where it felt a little unstable in a high-speed turn on gravel road. On pavement, it's perfectly fine. But they're great tires, and that's before you factor in the price. When you consider they're the cheapest super like not super, but aggressive knobby tire on the market without ordering Ching Chins from China, then they're really fantastic. Ooh, neutral. I'd hate to ride down through here after it's been raining. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier. Sarcasm. We're in the middle of a massive drought. County Road 106, you've saved the route. Turtle. Go down to the dead end where I rode along the riverbank and I shouldn't have lunch there, and then backtrack to this road. And we're inside the management area, so camping is available here, free as well, it appears. don't know, you may have to get a permit or something. But anyway, we wouldn't be camping inside of here if we did a big group ride. Anyway, backtrack to this road. And as long as this thing doesn't dead end on me, which I highly doubt it does, most of those people probably came in from this direction, then we can make a loop out of this. Would be a big bike friendly route too, so not having to go through the off-road part, which is pretty rough. Woo! Filled my boot with water. Oh, I had a feeling, and I eased up a little bit. Don't know if that come through on camera, but I did ease up a hair. Thinking that over that hill there could be water. It probably doesn't come through on camera, but we've been going uphill minus that hill like the whole way. So I was like, last second, probably not. I didn't fill it with enough water to not get absorbed. And I don't have my waterproof riding pants on today that I normally wear. At least I had the camera rolling, I guess, and was able to get off to the side. Little foreshadowing from before, I guess, when I said I'd hate to hit that running 50. Last time I looked at the speedometer, I was at 55, and I probably scrubbed 10 miles an hour of speed before the hill, and maybe another 5 to 10 after the hill. Jeez. Make a mental note of that for next time. Yeah. Well, apparently I didn't run out of skill. That's good. But if that had been deep all the way across, I'd have probably been screwed. In the middle, it was a solid foot deep. And at that speed, that's all it takes. There ain't no skimming across it. all your weight's going down the hill. And I guess it's a good thing I'm not on the Tenere, because I don't know what would have happened. I probably would have been going a little slower on the Tenere anyway, having never rode this road before. But on the off chance I had nailed it down that straightaway and been running that fast or easily faster, oh, could have been a viral YouTube clip. And I do have cell phone service. Maybe I'd have been able to call somebody, because I'd have probably nearly killed myself. This road should be ending, coming back out on pavement right here. And then I'm going to hightail it to the house. But at least we found a possible route. It will involve some backtracking. So I'm going to get home, get that mapped up, not have to come rewrite that, since I've ridden all the roads. And holy cow. Anyway, I know where I'm at. Dang, I know exactly where I'm at. Me and Joe came this way a week ago, pulled in right there, realized I'd made a wrong turn, and turned the other way. Alright, anyway, like I said, I'm going to end it here, and that road on the map is dirt. Where are you going? I'm taking it home. No. That's taking me back to Tennessee. Alright, enough of this. We'll catch you on the next one. Oh, and I've got a affiliate sponsor now, Air Moto. So if you need a small, easy to carry with you pump for anything from basketballs, motorcycle tires, car tires, check the description. I haven't actually received mine in the mail yet. I got one from them, and so I haven't been able to test it, but if you've been looking at them, there's plenty of videos out there. They seem to work really well. So if that interests you and you've been looking at one or a pump like that in general, if you check the affiliate link, then you can get yourself a discount. And I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna pay me as well, small amount, and that will help support the channel. So if you're looking at buying something like that anyway, it's a win all around.